Passing closed guard is usually a nightmare for someone in the beginning. One of the first things that we learn from the guard player's perspective is how to lock our legs and squeeze until the other person wants to throw up or fart. Because of that, it can be extremely difficult to begin even working to pass the guard to start. You're being squeezed, you're being pushed from side to side. We're gonna go over fundamental details of how to maintain posture within the closed guard in 2 different ways and then passing from 2 different ways. A new student of ours, Trey, will be learning these techniques in real time. He's only been training for a little over a week. If you have any questions or comments about the techniques that we use in this video, postures, anything at all, ask us and we'll answer them for you. We're gonna make more videos for you guys. And thank you to all of you.
Subscribe too.
Since this is Trey's first time practicing closed guard or passing, he locks his guard below my hips. When you do closed guard, you want to make sure you have your legs locked above the waist, your knees are pinched, and your hand fighting to disrupt the opponent's hands, wrist, elbow, shoulder, and neck alignment. You can be on your toes or the tops of your feet. If you're on your toes, you're more active, but you have more space. You have more ability for them to offset you. If you're on the top of your feet, then they can go over top. Fight with your hands to maintain inside positions and prevent the off-balancing effect from the guard. Your lower and mid back should be pressing into their guard. When you're inside of the guard, your posture should be very similar to a pyramid, balanced on all sides and able to resist the force of your opponent. When you're low inside of the guard, connect your elbow and knee together to reduce the gaps for your opponent to work. Your forehead at the sternum and under their chin will also help to increase pressure and reduce their ability to work underneath you. Do not open your guard unless you have something else set up: angles, submissions, sweeps. Using your knees, you can pull your opponent into your chest, essentially. By bringing your knees to your shoulders and pulling at their elbows, you can break their posture very reliably. Now we go over pinning one wrist to the body and stepping up to the same side as to prevent your opponent's ability to hook under your leg. Low positions can be very stagnant for your opponent, and it creates the chance that they'll open the guard to create angles. When they do, you drive your knee and elbow together and drive your knee past their thigh. Once advancing, you do a cross face to increase pressure. You should turn their chin away from the way you're passing, and then you can windshield wiper your legs over theirs. Now practicing the wrist to belly pin. Trey's immediately off balance. One of the most difficult things in the beginning of learning this pass is to keep your balance as you pin and step up at the same time. And you have to make sure you step up to the correct side, or else your opponent can hook underneath your leg. Stepping up to the same side that you have the wrist pin, and then stepping up with your back leg will allow you to turn and throw your hips into the side of the thigh and break the guard. You can back step to finish that. Trying not to post anything on the ground, getting his balance a little bit within the guard. It's always different when you have someone else attached to you to create these positions in the beginning, but he's very natural with the back step. Let's put it under some live resistance. Right away, Trey's going with Josh. Josh is a blue belt. He's been training for about 1.5 years. Immediately off balance, Josh hooks under his leg and creates a sweep. Stepping up to the right side, better balance this time, but Josh is still able to pummel his legs into an X guard position. A little off balance, shoulder side. Let's go with the arm too soon. Josh is being nice to him. He back steps. Josh does not let him do an omoplata or a triangle. Head position's too low here. Brings his elbow back. Definitely a vulnerable triangle threat. You'll see that in a little bit. Shoulder pressure is good, and he brings his leg back, but he's still a little too parallel to Josh, which would allow him to off-balance him much easier. Still too low. Bringing his elbows way too far to the inside here. Staying way too parallel to Josh, allowing him to get the easy sweep. By extending his leg out to the side in this position and dropping his shoulder for pressure, it makes it essentially impossible for Josh to do the sweep. All right, now Trey and I go here. After seeing his reaction, the triangle is definitely the way to go. And switching to an arm lock. When someone grabs your wrist with 2 arms, you can use that to create an angle, and you can go for an arm drag. Securing with the armpit and finishing with the butterfly hook, Trey puts his back on the floor to prevent the back attack. My wrist stepping to the right side, this time a little off balance, shoulder side. Let's go too soon, allowing me to invert and recover the guard. He pulls off something very dynamic here, though, in the switch to the X guard. After the switch from De La Hiva to X guard, Trey steps up and avoids the X guard sweep, moving back into the guard, and then for some reason
after all that good shit, he falls the fuck over.
Dude, you were doing really, really
Dude,
good.
I like
And it was
great
like you
reaction.
just flopped. I was like, son of a...
Holding the wrist, stepping up. Throwing his hips forward. A little too, not enough hip thrust there. More hip thrust this time, but too close to my legs. Thank you everyone for watching. If you enjoy videos like this, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll make sure to make more like it.